Danny Phantom, character. Danny Phantom freely uses a variety of supernatural powers. In either form, Danny, as well as all other humans, can see, hear, and speak to other paranormal beings, as well as battle them. Danny possesses most of his supernatural powers in both his dual forms, although he only uses them most freely in his ghost form. The only exception is that so far Danny cannot utilize his supernatural strength in his human form. Also, other ghosts can sometimes overpower him and impose invisibility and intangibility, or lack thereof, until Danny can regain energy and fight back. To save his friends and family, Danny frequently battles with various ghosts, sometimes from thwarting plans of world domination or confronting them in situations of public disturbances. Invisibility. When invisible, Danny cannot be seen by human eyes nor scanning devices. Invisibility and intangibility both work in similar ways, as they are both triggered by Danny's emotional states, and thus work well together. Intangibility. Danny has the ability to turn intangible at will, said to cause a slight tingly sensation. With the use of this power, Danny can become untouchable, and pass through most objects as if they weren't there. Danny can also make other people and objects intangible too, provided he is in physical contact with them. His intangibility is in part connected to his emotions, as he has been known to go intangible at some very inopportune and unwanted times. Flight. Gravity doesn't affect Danny's ghost body, so he can fly through air and space at considerable speeds and heights, and walk on vertical surfaces. While flying, his legs often become a ghost tail. His top speed was measured to be 112 miles per hour in an early episode, and he has almost certainly gotten faster since then. Transformation. Allows Danny to switch between human and ghost forms. He can transform the ectoskeleton as well due to its connection with his brain. Ecto-energy powers. Ghost Ray. Danny can fire green blasts of ecto-energy from his hands or fingertips. These blasts often explode on contact and are powerful enough to melt steel. Repulsion field. Danny can send out a pulse of energy in all directions from his body to repel large groups of attackers. Energy strike. Danny can channel ecto-energy through his fists to enhance the strength of his physical attacks. Ecto-energy constructions. Danny can create constructs made out of solid ecto-energy in a variety of forms, including concentrated ecto-energy balls, waves, and explosive discs and rings. Ghost shield. Danny can generate shields made of solid ecto-energy that can nullify or even reflect attacks from other ghosts. Like his ghost rays, Danny's shields are green in color. Power augmentation. Danny can use his ecto-energy to increase his body's physical strength. Ghost stinger. Danny can send ecto-energy as electricity through an electric current, negating his enemy's electric attacks and sending them back at the attacker. Ghost light. Danny can project light from his hand using ecto-energy. Ghostly wail. Danny can generate an extremely powerful sonic blast of pure ecto-energy that can destroy buildings and cause severe damage to both humans and ghosts. The ghostly wail is Danny's most powerful ability, but it drains his energy extremely quickly, often forcing him to revert to his powerless human form after just one use. While he is capable of defeating almost any foe with this power, he only uses it as a last resort. Telekinesis. Danny can surround objects with his ecto-energy to make them move from a distance. Inexplicably, Danny has only been seen using this power once, to give a rake to the box ghost, and it is never seen nor mentioned outside of its one appearance. Energy absorption. Danny can absorb an opponent's energy and link to their powers for a limited time, finally mastering it in Torrent of Terror. Overshadowing. Danny can possess the mind and body of a person, ghost, or animal, allowing him to completely control his or her actions. While overshadowing, Danny can still use his powers of flight, intangibility, invisibility, and ghost rays. Duplication. Danny can create duplicates of himself that all have his ghost powers and can fight alongside him. After seeing Vlad use this power during their first encounter, Danny spends much of the series trying to learn to use it himself, finally mastering it in Torrent of Terror. Cryokinesis. Danny can fire blasts of icy energy from his hands or eyes that can freeze enemies on contact, radiate cold energy from his body, and create objects from ice out of thin air. When using this power, his eyes turn icy blue instead of their usual glowing green. Danny can combine cryokinesis with his other powers for enhanced effects, such as firing an icy explosive blast or generating an ice shield to block fire attacks. Danny learned this power in Urban Jungle. Ghost Sense. When Danny is near other ghosts, a cold blue mist comes out from his mouth, and a chill goes down his spine. In Urban Jungle, It was revealed that Danny's ghost sense was a manifestation of his then untapped potential to use cryokinesis.
This is because the cold is contained within you, and ever since you acquired your ghost abilities, you have only been letting it out in small amounts.
Like when?
Every time you sense a ghost is nearby.
My ghost sense? That's been a part of this freeze power all along?
Pyrokinesis. Danny can generate and throw balls of ectoplasmic fire. Spectral body manipulation. Danny can bend, twist, split, and otherwise contort his ghost body beyond the limits of normal human physiology. Superhuman strength. Gravity doesn't affect Danny's ghost body, so he can lift heavy objects with ease. In ghost form, he is strong enough to rip through reinforced titanium and can easily lift and throw hordes of enemy ghosts. Superhuman durability. While human, Danny can withstand many hits and blows that would cause injury to any normal teenager. In his ghost form, his body is incredibly resistant to damage, and he has demonstrated a high threshold for pain. Superhuman stamina. While human, Danny has the same level of stamina as a normal teenager, but in ghost form, he can exert himself at peak capacity for hours before fatigue begins to impair him. In Reality Trip, he was able to keep the Fenton jet invisible for an entire night. Superhuman agility. In his ghost form, Danny's agility, balance, and bodily coordination are enhanced to levels beyond those of a normal human being. He can effectively dodge attacks, swing from things easily, and perform acrobatic feats such as backflips. Superhuman reflexes. In ghost form, Danny has dramatically enhanced reflexes, being able to dodge attacks with ease. In Beauty Marked, he was able to catch an arrow in midair with his bare hands. Healing factor. Danny is capable of healing at much greater speeds than that of an ordinary human, likely due to his body's ectobiological structure. He has proven capable of healing from slashes and puncture wounds within a short amount of time, and even his suit appears to regenerate sometimes. At one instance, he completely regenerated his body after Freak Show reduced him to a puddle of goo in Reality Trip. Quick learning ability. Danny is able to quickly learn new things, even often being able to copy many of the powers his enemies use against him without any training. Examples. The first time Danny used a ghost shield was only hours after seeing Vlad use one, without any training on Danny's part. In Urban Jungle, Danny learned to use his ice powers in just one day, with training from Frostbite. In One of a Kind, Danny quickly learned Samson's body language. In Teacher of the Year, Danny got an A on his literature test with just one night of study. Paranormal immunity. As a half-ghost, Danny has higher or total resistance to many types of ghost powers that affect humans, such as Ember's music and Spectra's ghost illness.